Good Monday evening. Welcome back to Martin's Reef and Koi. Or did I call it Koi and Reef? I can't remember. Not done a video in a little while, but I did something very reefy this weekend. There was a big show here in the UK, which you may have heard me talk about a couple of times when showing this tank over previous weeks, and it was called Aquah H. I think just say Aquah, but it was Aquah with an H on the end. That's how it was spelt, and that was near Coventry, in the centre of the country. About a 2 hour 15 minutes drive for me, and I went, as you'll see with the thumbnail, I went with my daughter and my grandson. My daughter is also a marine keeper or reef keeper, and there was lots to see, lots of stalls with all the big companies, Red Sea, D&D, TMC, to name a few. There was art, there was 3D printed stuff that you could buy. I bought a 3D printed frag rack. There was lots of coral sellers, different companies from all around the UK, with a selection of corals that you could buy. There was also some fish there, some designer clownfish, but fish couldn't be sold at the event. I think something to do with pet licenses and such. So there were no fish for sale, but there was some to view. There was also reptiles for those that are a little bit that way inclined, and have a wobble, and some spiders. I think there were spiders, yeah. There were talks, food, drink, ample facilities, really big purpose-built hall at what is the National Agricultural Exhibition Centre, and there was all sorts of other stuff going on. There was some sort of dog event, some sort of horse event also going on at the same time, so very busy. Anyway, this video is about the coral haul that I had at the show. I've got 10 new frags in the tank. I put them on the frag rack for the first 24 hours just to let them settle in a bit, and then I've placed them. So we'll get a bit closer and have a look at what I got. I'll try and remember the names. But one of them I was going to show you is already, the name is already evading me. So at the top here, there and there, we have two Forest Fire Montipora digitata, stony corals, lovely orange polyps. They were bought for me by my daughter for my birthday present, because it was my birthday the day before the show. And they came from a shop called the Coral Centre. Now here are some reverse, Sherry said they were reverse Space Invader zoas. So like an orange centre with pinky purple lashes around the edge. They were from a Scottish guy, can't remember the name of his stall, very sorry. Some more zoas here in the centre. These are an orangey red with like a purple ring and then green lashes. Now they were from my local fish shop, Little Fish Aquatics, who were running a stall at the event. So you've got to support your local shop, even when they're 100 miles away, nearly at a coral show. And down here, this is a purple petal eater Cyphastria, so it's a what's known as a LPS coral, large polyp stony. This came from Prestige Reef, quite a well-known UK coral seller and YouTube creator. I bought this one because he put a video out the night before showing the stock he was taking, and this particular one caught my wife's eye, so I got that as a kind of present to her, although it's in my tank, just so she's got some input on the coral now. Now moving across, we have here, this Cyphastria was called Dragon something, I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically a light, very light lime green with orange polyps. Beautiful, beautiful coral. It's so bright the phone is really struggling, and that's in pro mode with the white balance really turned up. It's still struggling to get it. And next to it, this orange one here is a lithophilium, which I've never kept before. Apparently they're prone to sulk for a little bit after being moved, but it's not doing too bad considering it's only been in the tank 2 days. And now we're going to hop right across, past all that stuff because that's all old. And on this rock at the end here, I've got a couple of encrusting corals. This one here is a red Montipora setosa, and that will hopefully encrust over the rock and make a lovely red display. And down here, this one is the most sulky of all the new corals. It's called an orange pavona. Both of these two were from the Coral Centre. The previous two I showed you, just going back, the lithophilium and the dragon, whatever it's called, Cyphastria, were from Prestige Reef. So yeah, these two from the Coral Centre. I also bought a mug from them with their logo on it. I kind of like their logo, I think it's funny. So yeah, I've been having my coffees in their mug the last couple of days. And the last coral I bought was the right hand one of these two green Montipora digitata, so this one here. Now they're stony corals that will kind of grow in a random manner with branches, and you've got to imagine what they will eventually look at like with these things rather than what they look like now. They look fairly sort of innocuous at the minute, but the end result should be really good. So going back, so no new fish. Fish weren't allowed to be sold at the venue, and I've not had any new fish since I took the Emperor Angel out and replaced it with the bristle orange striped bristletooth tang, which is this fella here. I do like him. He's not by any means he's the worst coloured fish in the tank, but he's like a really dark grey blue colour. It's really hard to describe, and he's got a very slight cream coloured tail. He's over here now, and I just really like him. He's very good at eating algae. I currently have 0 algae in the tank because that tang and the fox face have absolutely decimated what algae I did have. So no algae in the tank. Well, that's my update of my haul of corals from Aquah. This was its first year. I understand they're going to do it definitely again next year. So next year I might even film inside. I didn't film inside the venue this year, A, because I'm a bit shy and there was about 2,000 people there, and secondly I wanted to enjoy the day and take everything in, and I wouldn't be doing that if I was filming. So no filming this time, but maybe next year. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I will see you in the next one.